So today's question is page 124, question 1, the music note, which is based on our tangent, straight line tangent from a given point outside the circle. So here was just our worked setup and worked example for it. So here we have our question here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're using this. So here would be our circle that we have on the bottom of the notes, and here would be the point P, which would be up here and here, or we can use here and here. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to create our two circles, and we're going to get in our rhombus, our parallelogram, and then we're going to get in our tangent. All right. So we're just going to do our light line for the top of our parallelogram. So a light line up here, and it tells us we measure down 80 to get to the center point of our circles. So we're going to have two lines, one on top, one on the bottom. All right. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to pick along this bottom line, we're going to pick our center point for our bottom circle, and we're just going to go vertical. Okay, so pick a center point for a circle and go vertical. Alright, so just going to get our shape popped in. So what we'll do our two circles now. So I'm going to measure my radius for my circles, which is 18. Okay, now we have two circles. That's the center point from our first one. And our second one is 55 millimeters away. So 55, which is there. There's the center point for my two circles. Pop in those two. So get my compass. There's my distance. So you can put these in heavy now. Okay. There's one. And there is two. Two circles. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do our parallelogram up here. Okay, so we have the bottom of the music note, now we're going to do the top of the music note. The top of the music note is off at a slant, so we just want to get its outline first, and we'll get its slant by finding our tangents now in a second. Alright, so I'll extend over this line we originally created up top, just to hit our vertical line. So we have a point here that we can measure across. So it tells us the start, top corner here of our parallelogram is 35 millimeters away. 35 is there, and from there it is 55, which is the same as the center points down below. 55, so we got one there, and we got one here. So these, I'm just going to call this and this one point P1, P and P1. So if we look back here really quick, they were using point P and they were using the circle. Alright, so this will be our P1, so we have 2 points. And there's our circles. So before we get the bottom of the parallelogram, we're going to do our two tangents. Now, to do these tangents, what you do is you join our point, which is outside our circle. We join it to the center of our circle, which is here. Okay, nice and light 2H pencil now. There we have it there. And what you're going to do is you're going to bisect that line. You're going to bisect that line to get the midpoint of the line. So compass, one end, stretch it over halfway, swing an arc, put the compass at the other end of that line, swing an arc. We have two X's, join those together, and that gives us the midpoint of our line. What we're going to do then, so that's the midpoint of our line. So we are going to swing an arc. Now, I'm going to over exaggerate this arc for now, okay? But when you're doing it, I would keep it just to a little mark there. So this basically is going to be swung, or arc is, I keep this on a little bit light there, so it's kind of kicking into the other one. So there's my arc, clicking around, where my arc that I've just created makes contact with our circle, that is the point of contact, POC. Point of contact this tangent makes. So that point of contact would be joined back to P, and that would be heavy. That's that one. You can redo it again if you want out here, but because our center points and these 2 points are the same distance away, you can use sliding set squares, but because it's our first time doing it, we're going to repeat the process. We're going to join our center point of our circle to the P, which is on the outside of our circle. We're going to get our compass. We're going to swing an arc which is over halfway. So we're going to find the midpoint of our line where they cross over. That is the midpoint of our circle, or of our line I should say, apologies. I'm going to use that to create our semicircle. Just there, keeping it nice and light now. Where our arc, our semicircle I should say, makes contact with our circle, that is the POC, point of contact. Join this to there. There's our 2 heavy ones. Now we can heavy off the top, and it tells us the width of our parallelogram is 20 millimeters. Step down your 20 millimeters, join the line across. And that is our music note, page 1, 2, 4, question 1.